Tonight, the woman who shot Officer Shane Bartek will spend 54 years to life in prison.
While Tamara McLoyd was out partying, having fun, I was staring at my twin's dead body.
This video, a confession video of McLoyd partying after the shooting on Instagram, leads to the conviction.
This video contains the interrogation of a woman who shot an off-duty officer while stealing his car. 19-year-old Tamara McLoyd had a history of robbery and grand theft, and on the night of December 31st, 2021, she was on parole after recently being released from jail. That night, she and several friends went out to steal cars. In the parking lot of an apartment complex, they approached Shane Bartek, who happened to be an off-duty police officer. McLoyd pulled a gun and demanded the keys to his car, which he gave her. He then tried to disarm her, and McLoyd shot him twice before fleeing.
Okay. How you doing? Good.
If you don't mind, actually, you guys have any tobacco?
Tobacco? Cigarette?
I'm sure somebody's got a cigarette they can bring in for us.
Some water? You shouldn't smoke, man. It's bad for
Tell me about it.
you. No.
All right. This is Steve, Detective Loomis. I'm Mike. I'm just going to get your basic information, your name, your date of birth, and stuff like that. What's your first name, ma'am?
Tamara McLoyd.
How do you spell your first name?
Tamara.
And your last name, ma'am?
McLoyd, MC. L-O-Y-D.
L-O-Y-D. Do you have a middle initial, ma'am?
Unique.
How old are you, ma'am?
18.
Go ahead, we have a little forward here. In your last name is pronounced McLoyd?
McLoyd.
McLoyd.
Yes, sir.
All right, Miss McLoyd. Do you have a current phone number?
I just changed a couple of numbers. You know, my phone broke yesterday, so I had been going for a couple of numbers.
What's the last?
The phones that was in the car? No? Whose phones were those in the car?
What about Rudolph? It's not my vehicle, so who does?
Okay.
All right. I'm going to advise you your rights real quick, okay?
Yes, sir.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in court. You have the right to consult with a lawyer before answering any questions and have a lawyer with you during any question. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided for you at no cost by the courts. Do you understand those rights?
Yes, sir.
Do you know why you are here tonight?
No, I do not. I've been asking questions repeatedly.
Nobody's told you anything?
Anything.
Okay. So, there was an unfortunate incident that took place, okay? So, before we get into it, you know, there's always two sides to every story.
Right.
All we're trying to do is get to the truth.
Yes.
So, somewhere in between these lines is where the truth lies.
Yes.
There are defining moments in our lives, too.
Yes.
Okay? This is one of those defining moments in your life.
Yes.
Okay? There was a vehicle, a Mazda, that you gave to somebody this evening. Okay? The CX-5.
I gave it to somebody?
Yeah, the black one.
Right.
So you remember that car?
I was there.
Yeah. Where did you get that at?
Somebody, I rent a lot of cars for friends and stuff.
Where did you rent it at?
My friend, I tell him, I want to drive and I pay him weekly.
Who's your friend?
McLoyd has stolen cars before, and the car she was using at the time may have been one of them.
His name is Sid.
Sid?
Yeah.
Cedric?
Yes.
Okay. Where did Cedric give you the car at?
me the car on 105 in St. Clair.
105 in St. Clair?
Yes.
And Cedric gave you that car?
Yes.
Is that your brother? What's your
It's
brother's
the Fred.
What's your brother's name?
My brother name is Terrence.
Terrence?
Terrence Fletcher.
Is he still? You said was.
No, he's incarcerated. Yeah.
Got it.
He's incarcerated.
So what's
Cedric's your friend?
Yeah.
what's his last name?
My brother?
No, Cedric.
I don't really know Cedric's last name. You know, like I say, it's a renting thing. I rent his place, and I rent cars and stuff from him and his friends and stuff, you know? And they're like, well, let's boost this
All right,
stuff.
so when did you rent the Mazda from?
I was supposed to get it tonight, but, you know, they said that they needed it back or whatever, so I hopped in with my friends.
You said you had the Mazda.
Right, and then, you know.
So when did you first get it?
I got the Mazda around about 7, 8, but they called me right back. They said that they needed it, you know, and they wanted to get some stuff out the trunk of a car. So I'm like, you know, whatever, cool. You know, it's New Year's.
Who's they?
He was with his friends. Like I said, I know said by Cedric said. You know, he was with a group of guys. I can't really tell you their names or nothing like that. But yeah, they all hang together, you know, it's like.
Where at? Where are they?
To be honest with you, they're like mental health people. So they all really hang like bus stops, you know, with the public libraries. They're not really like mentally stable, you know.
So, is it Tamara or Tamara? Tamara. Remember when I was talking about one of those defining moments in our lives?
Yes.
It's very important for you right now to be completely honest
Yes, sir.
with us about this situation.
I'm-
Because I'm going to lay it out for you, okay?
Can you please lay it out?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna. So, at about 6:15 yesterday evening, a gentleman was walking to his vehicle, and he was approached by somebody who pulled a gun on him. And that person robbed him of his car. But not only did they rob him of his car, but they shot him with the revolver that they had and killed him.
Are we serious?
Do I look like I'm not being serious?
So that's why we're here.
Wow.
So it's important for you
Fuck
to
is
get out in
going-
front of this.
Right,
You
yeah.
understand what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
This is one of those moments in your life that
Hell
you need
yeah,
to-
this is
to
fucking
get out in
important.
front of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I
It
say,
is.
you know, I be with my guys and shit. I don't know what the fuck they be into.
Yeah.
You know, we
So
rent
we
cars.
arrested somebody that was in that car.
Mhm.
Big long chase.
Big long chase.
Right.
110 miles an hour.
The man in the car was Anthony Butler Jr., who had worked with McLoyd during other robberies. If you haven't yet, check out my Patreon page for both exclusive and ad-free videos, like this one, The Interrogation of Tasha Thomas. This case will give you a glimpse at what happens when good people get tangled in horrible events. Watch that and many more at patreon.com/strangerstoriesplus.
To 5 or 6 suburbs, a couple counties. Guy ended up crashing down off Lakeshore Boulevard.
260 at the Lakeshore. Out there. Ended up wrecking it. But we got him. And he came in and laid the whole thing out. Told us everything.
Right. Told you guys like what?
He told us everything. So here's what I'm going to ask.
Yes.
Okay. That person that was robbed and killed.
Hey, there's an officer down here waiting.
Was a Cleveland police officer.
Bartek was off duty then, and McLoyd did not realize he was a police officer. Whether or not this would have deterred her is unknown.
So you need to get out in front of this. Look at my face.
I'm looking at you, son.
You need to get out in front of this, okay? Because you're in a tough spot. And right now, you need to help yourself.
Yes.
If this is something that just got out of control and you didn't mean for it to go as far as it did,
Right.
I will believe that, because I don't believe that the intent was to kill somebody. I believe the intent was to take somebody's vehicle because maybe that's what you do. I don't know. I don't know you from Eve. I've never met you before in my life.
Yes, listen.
Hold on. Before you open your mouth and say something, I want you to think long and hard about what you're about to say.
Listen, sir. I don't know what's going on. I'm not the picture perfect type of female. I have a background and I'm on probation and everything for stuff. The one thing I'm not about is killing no officer.
Yeah, I don't think you meant to do it.
I don't know what you like. You keep saying me, sir. I rent cars and stuff from people. Now it's New Year's. That car, the gun, and everything. I got it to shoot. To try to beast in style.
Well, he was shot with a revolver. Okay.
Listen, sir.
I don't think you meant for this to happen.
Listen, I rent everything literally from them guys. Cars, clothes. That gun is not mine.
How do you rent it? What do you use to rent?
Money. They get for money.
Where do you work?
I don't work anywhere, sir.
So where do you get your money?
I landscape and paint houses on the side.
So you work?
Yeah, basically, but it's not like no W2
Well, you
or
still
anything.
work.
Yeah, but it's nothing like major. It's
Let me
something to
ask you
take care
this.
of myself.
Do you know how many cameras there are in the city? Do you have any idea? Do you have any idea how many surveillance cameras on buildings?
The question about the cameras has McLoyd visibly nervous. She knows that if she is caught on tape, it will be much harder to lie her way out of the situation.
Apartment buildings, really good ones, too. It's not like the old junky ones where it's just a phase and you can't tell what's going on.
So what are you guys telling me? You have me on camera killing a police officer?
I just want you to understand
Just listen.
where we're at.
Yes.
Okay? You cannot go, I cannot go out this door and get to my house without being on 15 cameras, clearly.
Yes.
That's at a minimum.
Clearly. All right? Now I'm going to tell you something else. You ever hear of the Real-Time Crime Center? Those are cameras that the city of Cleveland puts up that have people watching them all the time.
So you guys are telling me you have me on camera robbing and killing a police officer?
Listen. Let's just throw out the police officer aspect.
Anything.
Okay.
You guys have me on camera. I understand, yes. Yes, I got this shit from these guys. It's the new year. The fucking cars, the gun. Yeah, it was a go. They like, fuck it, sure. I do this on the regular. My family sure having custody.
So you got the guns in the car from people that you don't know the name of?
Right.
I mean, listen, you got to do better than that, kiddo.
Sir, I don't even know the guy you have in custody. I don't know his name.
Oh, he knew yours.
Yeah, he's a friend of Sid's. I read Sid's apartment.
Well, how do you know who he is then?
No, I don't. That's the Sid friend.
How do you know who had the car?
You have no idea.
Listen,
You didn't
I
tell
got the
me
car
that.
from them.
From who?
Sid and his friends.
Well, then how did his friend get back into it?
They asked me to get something out of the trunk of one of the cars I had. That's why y'all seen all the keys.
Where did that happen?
This happened
Because I'm
all
willing,
over.
listen, and I'm telling you the truth. I'm willing to work for you. You tell me
Yes.
where this happened, where this Trump thing happened, and we'll go investigate that. We'll go prove one way or the other
Yes.
with the cameras down there. But understand this. We're going to get to the truth. Everything that you tell us, we're going to check out.
Yes.
All right.
It's a lot of cars involved. I was supposed to rent a car. I don't even have any cash on me because I actually paid my money. I even gave my friend up that I having custody. We hopped in with each other to go bar hopping. I get cars from Sid and his friends all the
So
time.
the two
clothes,
other
the
girls
cars.
that are here were in that car with you?
No.
No. So let's get back to. You're losing me, or you're trying to confuse me. I'm an old guy. I'm easily
Sir, you
confused.
guys are confusing me. Shit.
I'm not trying to.
Yes.
All right. Where did you get that car?
I got that car from Sid's friend.
When? What time?
It was about 7, 8 o'clock. He said me I
Where?
could. It was on fucking Quincy.
Quincy.
Yes.
Quincy and what? Quincy's a big street.
Like 60 on one of the one-way side streets. And then he called me back and said he had something in the trunk, but I had already hopped in a car with my friends. We went to a bar from fucking.
Where these two friends came and picked you up?
Yeah.
From where?
Diane picked me up from Josephine's.
From Josephine?
It's a bar on 79.
I know where it is.
Yeah. It's a bar.
Diane, is that her name?
Yes.
What time were you there?
Like I say, around after 7 o'clock, I really jumped out. You know, I came outside. Supposed to link up, go to some bars, go to come back hours, you know, but I ended up not driving because I hopped in for her. We were drinking the Jack Daniels. And she was going to ask me to drive her car like I'm drunk, you know?
What
Like
kind
I
of car
said,
she had?
that blue Honda.
The one that got,
Yeah,
the one that guys got you on?
yeah.
Okay.
And like I said, we were just
That's
shooting a gun
Diane's
in the
car?
projects, yeah. Because it was New Year's, you know?
You're shooting the guns that were in the car in the projects?
Yeah,
How many times did you shoot them?
twice,
Twice?
yes.
McLoyd is smart enough not to bother denying that she had the gun in her possession and even shot it. She tries to pass it off as part of a New Year's celebration. But given her criminal record, that isn't going to fool the detective.
So, you met him down at Quincy,
Yes.
correct? How did you get to Quincy?
I got a Quincy because I had Diane little car,
What kind of car was that?
her blue Honda.
The blue Honda.
Mhm.
Is that the one you were in
Yes,
this evening?
yes,
You weren't in a different car?
no,
You're sure?
yes.
So, that's when you got the Mazda.
Right.
But where did you go?
I had went literally around the corner, like spent the bin. I was finna go to my little apartment and change my clothes and stuff, cause you know I wanted to go out. He called me back, and I never seen him again. I've been texting him and shit. He said he needed something out the trunk, but like I said, I go in at a certain time.
All right, so let's just back up. Listen, I want to explain something to you, okay?
Yes, sir.
I want you to listen to me carefully. How old are you?
I'm 18 years old.
You're 18 years old.
You have any kids?
No.
No? Okay.
We've been doing this a long time,
Yes, sir.
all right? We've never met, right?
Yes.
I don't know you.
Right.
I don't know what kind of person you are. But I want to explain to you the difference between something that just got out of hand and went south and you didn't mean for it to happen, as opposed to intentionally doing what occurred. Because one potentially carries the death penalty, as opposed to the other saying, listen, I didn't mean for that to happen. I panicked, things got out of control.
Listen, sir.
You listen to me for a minute, okay? You're 18 years old. You've got your whole life to think of here. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Do you want to spend the rest of your living days
No.
behind bars?
No.
Do you ever want an opportunity to walk these streets again?
Yes.
Then what you need to do is you need to come to grips with what happened tonight. You understand me?
Yes.
Look at me.
Sir,
You need to come to grips with what took place tonight.
listen.
Be it an accident, I don't think you intended to kill me.
Listen, sir. Was I on camera killing anybody today? I have a lot of Jack Daniels in me and whiskey and shit, but listen.
Listen, you know what you just said to me a minute ago? You just said that you bent the corner and he started blowing you up, and that was the last time you seen him. You didn't see him again.
Yes.
And then you told us those phones in the car aren't yours. So how's he blowing you up?
Because I have my friend phone.
Which friend?
Diane. They're telling me that he's calling
So
me.
Diane's phone is one of those phones we got out of that car?
Maybe, you know, because she has her phone, yeah.
Okay.
Like I
So
said,
we're
I
going to
just,
see calls from your boy calling you, blowing you up at 7 o'clock at night.
no, listen, that's not my phone. My roommates, listen, let me tell you all the story.
Please.
When I got this Mazda, I planned out to go out. I don't know what, I met these guys because they said they wanted me to rent their car. They needed the money. Okay? I seen the revolver, I asked them, I said, well shit, let me get it. You know how people are. I wanted to shoot a gun for New Year's. Like I said, I'm on camera for shooting the man, like I'm confused for today.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, there were 2 cameras on that building in the back of that parking lot.
Actually 4.
And it
Was
shows
there
my
4?
face.
Okay.
It shows my face.
It shows the gentleman getting shot. It shows somebody running, grabbing his keys off the roof of a car. It shows you running to the back of the parking lot, hitting the button, opening the car, getting in the car, driving right straight towards the cameras, and then out the parking lot. Right? So before you're digging, man, and I don't want you to dig.
And it's me.
Don't dig yourself into a death penalty case.
All right? Let me tell you this.
understand?
Let me tell you this.
Don't do that.
That gentleman was shot with a revolver.
And yes,
The bullet is still in him, so we are going to have the bullet.
yes.
Is that going to match the bullet that comes out of that one of those guns that we got out of your car? The car that you were in?
Listen, like I say,
Is it?
maybe.
Yep. Maybe.
This not my gun. Shit, I just got the motherfucker tonight.
What do you mean it's not your gun?
It's not. Can't buy guns or anything. I'm 18 years old.
Where'd you get the gun from?
I got it from Sid Free, the one who got caught with the car. We traded everything.
Well, why would he give you his gun?
I asked him to shoot it on New Year's. I told you guys, they're like easily manipulated. Shit, I asked him. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I didn't know nobody
Did you ask Cedric that?
Yes.
That's Cedric?
That's Cedric's friend.
So
He let you take it? He let you take that gun was in the black truck.
No, I don't know where he got the gun from.
Where'd you get it from?
I have it from him. Do y'all tell me where the fucking gun from?
I'm just asking when. I'm not trying to confuse you
Yeah,
or
that's
trick
right.
you. All right, I'm not trying to trick you. I want to know where you were physically in the world when he handed you that gun and said, "Yeah, go ahead and shoot for New Year's."
We was on 134th and Camp.
134th and Kinsman.
Yes.
In what car?
I was at Diane's green car.
Diane's green.
Car.
The car you got arrested in.
No, that's a blue Honda. Like I told you, I was renting cars for today.
Okay, so you're in. Well, that was Diane's blue Honda. You told us.
Yeah, it is. She has two cars.
She's got two cars?
Yeah.
So it's Diane's green. Diane's green. What?
Altima.
Altima?
Yes.
Okay.
And her blue truck. And like I say, I was going to rent her car kind of raggedy, that green one. The exhaust is fucked up, so I was looking to ride in something. And like I say, I rented their cars a lot from them. Me and Sid, we trade cars, shoes. We like under the same household, so everything is like easily
How do we get a hold of him?
Like I said, they're slow. Shit, I don't know. I lost my phone last night. I had his mom number. He don't have a phone number.
Okay. So, did you just tell us that you don't know if that gun is the same gun that killed that person?
If I didn't kill this person, you guys.
What? Finish it up. Finish the sentence.
Like, it's not a sentence. That gun I got from him.
here, listen.
McLoyd keeps focusing on where she got the gun and the fact that it wasn't hers. The important issue is what she did with the gun, whether it was hers or not.
Keep going around this. Remember I said
Please, sir. Like, this
dig
is too
yourself-
much. Like, I don't understand. Like,
Don't dig yourself into it.
And I'm not.
Just relax.
Just listen for a second, okay? Listen to these times that I throw out. All right. So around 6:15, this incident occurs.
yes.
Okay. Around 6:20, maybe 6:21 to be exact, Cedric messages somebody and said, my sister got a Mazda to trade for the car you need.
All right.
Sound right?
Listen, sir.
And then they're told to meet down on 40th. Right?
Right.
Okay. So you had the Mazda at that point. At 6:20, 6:21, you had the Mazda.
Right.
Okay. Does that sound about right?
Yes.
Okay. 6 minutes after this guy was shot, you had the vehicle. Okay. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. Don't bury yourself into a death penalty case. Okay? Don't do that. I don't think...
I'm a little intoxicated.
I get it. I don't think
I honestly, listen.
I don't think you meant for this to happen.
Was I on me stealing this car? Was my braids showing? Was Tamara that I have on this yellow jacket and everything? That I have on this outfit still in this man car and killing this man?
Yes.
Like, I don't know why y'all want to put me in this fucking hella guys in this. Shit, I would like to ride and do shit.
Listen, we don't seek to we don't pick somebody and try to put them in a situation. Okay?
Well, can you tell me what's going on after this? Like, I don't know. You guys not hearing me out. This is a big mess.
Hey, listen, we'll hear anything
Like
you
I
have to
said.
say. You were in the car, right?
Yes, I was in that car.
You were in the car 6 minutes after the car got jacked, shot. Right?
By your own admission,
You
just
just said
now.
that. I'm not trying to trick you.
In Cedric's set up the meeting between you and this other guy to trade the car.
Listen, I don't know what you guys were seeing on that man's phone or none of that. It's since 7 o'clock I had that car. 6:21 and 7 is around the same time. Like I say, meeting the 40th, right? They made me on Quincy.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all see the keys I had in my I didn't have no Mazda keys. He gave me a blue Volkswagen Jetta and I had a green Nissan Altima.
That's what he said. That's what he said. You traded him you gave him the car.
That is the one he wanted me to rent.
They gave you the blue car. You gave him the Mazda.
Listen, I came out of the green car to get in the blue Jetta. Like that Mazda, like I never drove this Mazda.
You just told
Well, you
us
just said you
drove
did.
it.
Listen, one time though, like.
Well, you drove it then.
But like I didn't drive it from no. Where did this man even get shot at? Like on 40th? Like. This is a bit much.
Let me explain to you about touch DNA. Okay?
Yes, please.
All right. And we're going to ask you to submit to a DNA sample voluntarily if you want. If not, we're going to get a search warrant and we'll get it from you. Okay, so we're going to get your DNA one way or the other. And I'm not, I'm just telling you that's going to happen.
So my DNA is on this man.
We're going to find out. We'll find out if your DNA is in the car.
Yes,
We're
I
going to
was
find out
in
if
that
that
car.
DNA is in that gun.
Yes, I just shot that gun in the
Okay.
projects. Me and my friend
There
both.
was a struggle between the victim and...
A struggle. I'm 5'3", a woman at that. I can't struggle with nobody. Like I told the officer, you're kicking my ass and shit. I'm intoxicated and shit. It's
Well,
nothing I can do.
maybe we're not saying that you physically attacked this guy. Maybe he was trying to disarm you. Maybe he was trying to grab that gun away from you, and you got away. And when you pulled away, the gun went off. That's what we're trying to tell you. We don't think that you went up there to kill that guy and take his shit.
I don't think that's what you did.
All right? We think you went up there to rob that guy. And he came after you to get the gun out of your hand because you're a 5'4" female, which, by the way, is the exact same height. The exact same height. You know how we found that out? Because we measured how tall the minivan was that you guys were next to. And the person that did this, you, was exactly 5'4" to 5'3" inches, according to that solid object. All right, you ever see the convenience store's got the tape?
Yes.
Right? All we got to do is measure that minivan that was there and see how tall it was, and then with the picture, see how tall you were, as opposed to how tall he was.
So can you guys tell me what's going on?
So, well, we're trying to find out what's going on. You didn't try to kill him. You didn't go up there to kill him, right? You went up there to rob him, and it went
I
bad.
drove cars, grabbed some guns.
The robbery went bad. You got in his car. You drove away. We didn't just pick your name out of a hat. Somebody led us to this. Some evidence led us to this. The videos led us to this. You got a gun that's a pistol. We didn't find any shell casings on the scene up there. Our boy was shot and the bullet's still in him.
I don't even think you knew that you hit him, to be honest with you.
Probably not.
Honestly, I think you thought you scared him because he took off running one direction, you took off running in the opposite direction towards his car. I don't even think you knew that you shot him. I really don't.
Sir, is this me on camera? Like, do y'all have any footage?
Yes,
it is.
It is.
It's my face.
Yes.
My face is on this camera.
You know what's more important than having your face on camera? Is your DNA. Because that red van that he was talking about that we measured to get your height off of, that van that you fell into when he reached for the gun and that little struggle started to take place, if I touch that right there, my DNA is right there. Those crime scene guys can come in here, swab this right here, and guess what? There's no denying my DNA. You can't replicate it. You can't say it wasn't me.
We can get DNA off of his clothes. How are you going to explain that?
So it either goes one of two ways, okay? Either you intentionally meant to kill this person, or things got out of control, you didn't mean for the gun to go off, and you didn't even know you shot him until you're sitting down here. You understand what I'm saying? Do you see the difference in those scenarios? You understand? You don't want to put yourself in this first scenario, okay? Because that's just a really bad scenario to be in. The second one is more plausible. The second one is what I believe took place. Because listen, we've sat across from people. You do not come across as the type of person that would intentionally set out to kill somebody.
No.
And I think it was just an accident.
The fact that DNA evidence may tie her to the case has left McLoyd shaken. Her chances of walking away from this are growing increasingly slim.
So is that what happened? It just got out of control? And I'm sorry that happened to you.
Sorry it happened to you.
I don't believe that you meant to do it. I don't even think you probably didn't know until the police stopped you that he was even shot. Did you?
No.
So what happened?
My friends left me over there. You guys are
These girls?
no, some other girls.
You just needed a ride home.
I don't know, I was in Norfolk, I'm staying, no one really gave me no ride.
Mm-hmm.
This is like life in fucking prison.
This is what we were trying to talk to you about, though. The difference between what your intent was. You understand what I'm saying? I'm sorry?
It was that blood just to kill that man.
So what happened? What led up to that? Besides your friends not dropping you off. You needed a ride. You see him walking out into the parking lot? You just wanted to jack him? You wanted to get his keys?
Just walk us through it.
Yes.
What did you say?
I don't remember what I said to
You tell him
him.
to take his shoes off? What was going on? What was being said?
I was scared. Because I really don't remember. I was just upset. The city was a bad. I know I can't think of bad. I didn't mean to kill one of them. This shit is like embarrassing. Like, this shit probably go on fucking news. This shit
Listen,
is like,
you don't need to worry about it.
Yeah, don't even worry about that.
I'm about to spend the rest of my life in prison.
Not
The rest of my life. This shit is, you know, black person killed a police officer.
It has nothing to do with black and white.
Nothing to do.
There's nothing to do with that. Did he tell you he was a police officer? Did he say, what are you doing? I'm the police?
All right, so how would you know?
What did he say to you?
Like I said, I don't remember. I just was trying to get the keys.
Where were the keys?
I think he handed them to me.
He handed them to you?
So when you were running back to his vehicle, what did you drop? You had to turn around and go back to get it.
His phone.
His phone? Where's his phone at?
Should be in that car.
Should be in the car. The black car.
Listen, Detective Loomis had made mention about asking you to submit to a DNA swab. Now, you have a constitutional right to refuse that, which is your right, or you can. I mean, we'll come back tomorrow with a search warrant for it. You don't give us permission, so it's your choice, either way, okay?
You guys the fucking called my mother one time.
We'll take care of that.
You know what? I will let you do that before we part ways.
Okay. Are you willing to give us a DNA sample?
Plus my DNA is already on the system. I've been information to the right
Yeah,
guy.
but we can't use all of that. Legally, we're not allowed to use anything like that. We have to use our own samples. Okay?
Shit is life is it, man? Fucking life.
You want another cigarette?
Please.
All right, let me get you another cigarette.
Deep breath.
The weight of her actions has finally hit McLoyd as she realizes that she will most likely be spending the rest of her life in jail. This isn't her first offense. She has killed someone, so leniency is unlikely.
These girls know what's going on? No. What are they going to tell us?
Whatever, they don't want to go to jail. They got kids and stuff.
Huh?
I said they got kids and stuff, and
They got kids and stuff?
they don't want to go to jail. They don't have nothing to do.
When did you meet up with them?
Like I
How about
said,
afterwards, when you left the parking lot? Where did you go?
I went to go trade cars.
You went to go trade cars? Where at?
Okay,
On Kinsman? Whereabouts?
on the side streets. One towards Germany.
You know, whereabouts? 131, 139?
Up in that area.
Over in that area?
And
Who would you meet up with over there to trade cars?
said it's free.
Cedric? What was Cedric's? Did you tell Cedric anything? Did you tell Cedric that car was hot? Like real hot? No? You just gotta trade
Because
it?
that's what they do anyway, you know?
Yeah.
Don't tell them what they do.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Like, man, you know, this shit is like prison, man. This is fucking another typical thing. My whole fucking life in jail.
You're gonna spend some. You're gonna spend some.
30 years.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. Well, some bad shit went down.
So like 30 years.
I have no idea, sweetheart. I'm not an attorney. I don't want to be an attorney. I have no idea. I have no idea.
I need that lighter back. All right, ma'am, this, you can read, right? All right, so this is just a consent to obtain specimens if you want to consent. You don't have to. It just says, I, your name, having been informed of my constitutional right, which I did advise you of, not to have any specimens taken from my person without a judicial order, which would be the search warrant, and of my rights to refuse to consent to such hereby authorized, and it's just our names. And this is going to be to obtain saliva, okay, from your person, okay? And if you consent, you sign and date it there.
Where did you change clothes at?
The apartment.
Whose?
The apartment.
McLoyd gives her consent for them to take a DNA sample. They're going to get it either way, so there isn't much point in fighting against it.
Where, over on?
Yeah, but you know, man, said changing like the clothes and shit with each other.
That's Sed's apartment?
Yeah.
We're over on the second floor?
Yeah.
Euclid Superior? Over there? What apartment number is it?
Like 310.
310? Okay.
1/1/2022.
Is he home?
I'm not sure.
So you know, were you able to call him that you're getting arrested? Does he know that you're jacked up? No? Okay. Now, what's your relationship with this? Is this guy your man, or
I told you, really like a friend.
just like,
I met him through my cousin and shit, but my cousin's in jail right now. And when I needed to rent his apartment, you know, he let me. I said, I rent a lot of shit.
that 101 on Superior Euclid? 310, right?
Is that by the behind the old White Castle?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
I know where that's at. Is that White Castle? That's not
It
still
used to
over
be.
there.
Back.
Yeah, it's going back a ways.
So, going to prison for the rest of my life.
No, I wouldn't say the rest of your life. I wouldn't do that. I mean, you got to understand something. All we are presenters of facts, okay? That's it. We're not here to judge you. I still don't judge you, okay? That's, you know, what happens from here on out is up to your attorneys and the courts, okay? It's out of our hands once it goes to them. We have no further involvement, okay? We don't have a say as to what your punishment is or anything like that, okay? That's what people need. I think people have a misconception sometimes.
Yeah, that's
Because
TV.
that's, yeah.
I have to go in jail. Like, this shit is high profile.
So listen, when we talk to the prosecutor, we are going to tell the prosecutor that you're obviously remorseful, that you were cooperative. Huh?
It's leaking. It
I
has
think
a
it
hole.
is. Oh, I didn't do that.
That's why I was worried about your paper.
I didn't do that on purpose. I don't know why it's got a hole. But we're going to tell the prosecutor that you were cooperative with us, and that, you know, obviously you're remorseful. You know, I don't think that you're acting right now.
You know, it's not like that, you know?
I know. Come on in.
I'm just going to swab the inside of your cheek, okay? And then you swab both sides of your cheeks. Just take a second.
That's, he had an address at that apartment.
Okay. So you know Cedric if you saw him, right?
Mm-hmm.
That him?
No.
It's not him?
No.
Who's that?
I don't know who the hell that is.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm not gonna lie.
Fair enough.
No, that nigga old as hell. I'll never be like
How old is Cedric?
Sid is young, maybe about 22, 23.
What's he look like? How far?
Maybe 5'9", 10.
5'9". So, can I say anything to you that we can, you know, maybe tell his mom?
You know what I said?
No, the victim. I mean, did he see anything at all?
Is he trying to talk you out of it? Nothing?
No, like I said, I'm not here to judge you. That's not my job.
I'm sorry, man.
And I believe
This
you.
shit is just too much.
I believe you.
Especially, you know, Cleveland police officer. You know,
Well,
I'm not
anybody
no racist.
for that matter.
Anybody.
Anybody.
You know, this shit looks bogus. I'm not no racist protest bitch. You're right. Any of that. You know, like, that shit.
There's some bad stuff that goes on. You get it. Who dropped you off up there? Was it the girls? No?
Once again, I was with a group of people. You know, you really don't know people name. Shit, a lot of people don't really know my real
But they
name.
just left you and didn't give you a ride, that's why you went looking for a car?
As the interview draws to a close, McLoyd becomes more relaxed. The worst part is over, and for now she can push the consequences aside and hope that her defense team will be able to get her a lighter sentence.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me?
Do you think I was spend the rest of my life in prison?
I think that you're very, very young. I think that things got out of control, that you made some bad decisions that you're going to have to account for. I think you being honest with us about it is going to be helpful to you. The rest of your life, that's not my decision to make, but I like what's going on with you. I like that you're remorseful. I like that you're cooperating with us. Right? You're taking responsibility for what happened. That's huge. People, you know, you don't get that from watching first 48 TV shows and all that stuff. But people take that into consideration. Human beings take that into consideration. Prosecutors take that into consideration. Juries, judges. Okay? So you're doing the best thing that you could do right now. All right, I'll tell you that. I promise you, you could call your mom. Do you want to call your mom?
Please.
This is the deal with that. And I'm going to call her on my phone, and it's got to be on speaker.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Don't get into anything crazy. You know, I mean, you can talk to her however you want to, but I just want you to understand that it's got to be on speaker.
Yes, sir.
Okay? And then what's her number?
330.
You wouldn't stop.
Are the shell casings still in that car? Yeah. The two that were spent? Two? You didn't take any of them out, right? Okay. What's your mom's? Call her, put her on speaker, okay?
Yes, sir.
Feel free to get What's your partner? This guy with me? Okay. Go ahead.
There's all that water.
Go ahead. Which one was it again? I'm sorry. Okay, can you put an X there and initial that for me? Oh, you write with your other hand?
Try to.
Okay. Okay. Give him this. All right. One, it's, all the clothes are at that address, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What clothes?
All my clothes.
What, all your clothes, or the clothes you were wearing during this, which is what?
A jacket and some pants.
A jacket, some pants, a hoodie. What color is the jacket?
Black.
Black. Any shoes?
Yeah, Sid should have them on.
What is it?
Sid should have them on.
You should have all your shoes. What shoes were you wearing?
Some Jordans.
Jordans? What color?
Red.
Red ones? Okay. Red Jordans, what, black jeans?
Mm-hmm.
Or black sweatpants?
Sweatpants, jeans. You know, his jackets maybe.
Got it. All right. You had a hoodie on?
Mm-hmm.
What color?
Black.
Black. Okay. Where did you leave those clothes?
Once again, that's where my clothes are sales.
It said that, but where in the house? You don't know.
Ain't this so there.
So these particular clothes are all over the place? Okay.
The clothes may have trace amounts of evidence and will help prove that it was McLoyd in the videos.
All right, here we go, okay?
Yes, sir.
What's your mom's name?
Tasha.
Tasha.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
330-937-2670, right? Okay. What's your last name?
McLoyd. McLoyd.
Same as yours.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic
leave a
voice
message? You
message
wanna try
system.
one more time?
330.
She might not recognize my number, right?
I mean, he tried. It's 2 o'clock. I don't know.
At the tone, please record your message.
Wanna leave a
When
message?
you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Ma. It's me. I'm down at the county. I guess I'll call you, when I can. Just know I'm in jail. I love you, though. And I'll see you soon.
She doesn't know. You don't know if Cedric's home or not.
Number on it? Put a number on it or anything?
He doesn't have a phone.
You typically at the house at in and out?
He's, like I said, maybe rapid stations, areas.
Does
They
he,
try home and
does he,
shelter.
does
How
he,
do you get in? You have a key to the place?
Through a little bit.
who else would be in there?
That's me.
The only reason that we're asking is because we're going to go get those clothes. And we don't want nobody to get hurt.
The detectives ask McLoyd about who may be staying at her place so they know what to expect before going in. If any of the other residents fear arrest, things could potentially become dangerous.
We don't want to get hurt. We just want to go do our thing. And that's good for you. Again, under the whole, you're being honest and cooperative. Same there.
Where she got the gun? The revolver that she had. Where did that come from?
I really didn't get it from Sid's friend, though.
Which friend?
And when y'all have in custody.
When did you get it from him?
About 2 months ago.
About 2 months ago.
Who do we got in custody? What's his name?
I don't know his name.
No.
I just
What do
know
you
he's a
call him?
light-skinned dude. I never even called his name, actually. It's Sid's friend, I don't really deal with him.
How do you know we got him in custody?
What you'll say he told you the whole thing. Shit.
You knew we were talking about right away. Right, as soon as I started talking.
Do you have any questions for us? I'm going to give you my card.
Her mom didn't know me.
Her mom didn't answer the phone. She left a message. I'm going to give you my card before you go over here with my cell phone number on it. Right? free to give that to your lawyer when you get one. If he wants to talk with us, we're happy to do that. He'll want to talk to the prosecutor, I'm sure. All right, and we're going to talk to the prosecutor. And we're going to tell him exactly how this night went with you. Okay? We've been doing this a long time. We're not looking to, throw people, put keys in there, we get any extra money, we don't get nothing. We just want to get to the truth, that's all. And you helped us do that, so I
If somebody's life is still around.
I'm sorry?
I said somebody's life is still around. That's somebody's son's.
But it's two families that are affected. It's not only his, but yours. Okay? Because you matter too. All right?
Okay? So, did they take pictures of you already? Okay. So, some officers get in here to take you down over to the county, and then we'll talk to the girls. The other girls know anything about it?
Like I said, they say anything. They got kids. They never been in jail, especially for something so fucking crazy.
Sure.
Yeah, right.
Okay. They didn't have nothing to do with it, right?
Several people were in the car with McLoyd, but were not involved in the shooting. They pled guilty to lesser crimes and faced light sentences.
When did you hook up with them?
Well, they 7, 8, like I say.
So around 7 or 8? You went to Josephine's? Okay. And they,
You have any questions?
no? Okay. Keep breathing. Okay?
You get through it. All right?
That's okay. That's Cedric? No? Say again?
He ain't got no hair like that.
Okay. Well, just look at the face. His hair might have changed up. No? Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right, last procedure here we're going to go through. Again, painless.
Are you doing that one instead?
I think this might fit better.
Okay.
We're going to take your pants. How many shirts do you have on there? Just have
one.
Just have like a bralette under there?
I don't know. One shirt. Like a t-shirt and a bra, or like a t-shirt and a bra? Okay.
Okay, so we're going to take both your shirts, your pants, and your shoes. Okay? Your socks.
Tamara McLoyd was charged with aggravated murder, felonious assault, aggravated robbery, grand theft, having weapons under disability, and theft while being acquitted on an additional aggravated murder charge. Bartek's family did not choose to press for the death penalty, believing that McLoyd should not die for her crimes. Instead, she was sentenced to life in prison. While she will eventually be able to apply for parole, McLoyd will most likely be in her 70s due to the consecutive penalties for her crimes. Thank you for watching. Check out my Patreon link in the description below and drop a like on this video. Also, don't forget to leave a comment. I'm always curious to read what you thought of the case.